Oh man, Rory, look, man, say it ain't so, man. Of all the whites, nah, man, this can't be true, bro. Can't be true. I'm not believing it. Look, man, if y'all don't know Rory, from Rory and Maul fame, right? Rory from the old JBP. Y'all probably only click this video because y'all know who he is anyway, so I'm gonna skip that introduction. But he had some old stuff came out. It always happens when we have some white people in the culture, some white people that we trust, some white people that we look at like they would never, and then some past stuff come and it always kind of disappoint us or let us down. So that's what the latest in that chapter is. Rory. Now, personally, I don't think that Rory is racist. That's the whole thing. Everybody like, oh, Rory, you're racist for this. It was some old tweets that came out. And apparently back in the day where you could fake retweet stuff so you could really put anything on somebody else, you would just put RT at their name and then type something and it'll look like they said it and you just retweeting it. So a lot of that stuff was false. But and then a lot of that stuff, if you know him, was just his sarcasm, like with the Beyonce tweet. I don't think that he was calling Beyonce's name ghetto. He was saying it in a sarcastic way to the dude who was saying that they it's some ghetto names or whatever. So, but it wasn't so much about what he said or the things that was put there, especially if a lot of them was fake or a lot of them was things that he didn't say anyway. It more so came into play when how he handled the situation when all this news dropped, and for black people or people in the culture just kind of wanted an explanation, and they kind of wanted you to say something to this and have why was this here, why was this said, what's real, what's not, if some of it is fake. That's what people wanted. And apparently he went on the spaces and was just very arrogant and smug with him at first, and that was probably in response to some people who was being the way to him, which is like human. I get it. But the other conversation is when you're a white person in the cultural space with black people, when you're a white person in the black space, you have to, especially when you're making money in the black space, and you just have to do it. I'm sorry. Like, I get it. Y'all with the human, everything, even common sense, they love to argue that sometimes. Yeah, whatever. You in this space, you got to give us that grace, and you do owe an explanation to everybody who asks or whatever if they, black. Maybe that sounds wrong or messed up to say, but when the situation is like this and it involves race, and specifically you disrespecting the race that you've been eating with, I'm not going to say eating off of, and I'm not going to say eating from, but you've been eating with, you've been making money with, then yeah, you an explanation is owed. And you don't get to be smug and arrogant about it or have your nose up like, I ain't finna answer that. Y'all know me. People who know me know, no. A lot of people don't know you. So for those that don't know you, they also need an explanation. Because do you not want to gain new fans? Do you not want to gain new people to, buy into your product or whatever you're trying to sell and give to them? So yeah, you do owe an explanation. So, and he did. After the fact, he came after on his own platform or his own show and said something, apologized for his arrogance and the way that he handled it. But by that time, people, that's two violations already. And the internet is going to be the internet. And I don't know how you're going to fight back with that. You could have easily, I ain't going to say easy. Let me take that back. It wasn't going to be easy. But you could have, been graceful the first time, and then maybe that would have led into some understanding later. But the fact that you didn't even do that and offer some racist stuff the first time, fake it. If it is, albeit fake if it is, still, it was on your name and it was on your jacket, and black people sensitive about that. You say something, you curve that, you fix that. You know what I'm saying? This is true, this wasn't true. None of it was true. Whatever it is, you owe an explanation. You don't get to be smug and arrogant about it and try to, use logic or whatever the case. It ain't time for that right now. But that's how I feel about that. I don't think that he is like racist for real, but it is something to be said that's believable to some people. It's when you have like white friends, when black people have white friends, it is something that we do. We have to keep in the back of our mind that some racism might pop out. It sucks. I know it's not fun. I would assume most of us don't like it either. and most of us try not to have that or live with that. And then a lot of us, maybe we do, maybe they do, and I'm just the outlier who doesn't. But yeah, I do keep a little bit of room for, so I wouldn't be shocked if some stuff come out later, or if some stuff come out now, or if they say something, or if they have a thought or whatever. I just could never really fully never think that it would never be anything racist ever. I don't know. Is I would love to, and I love to be proven wrong every time I'm proven wrong. That also don't mean that I'm walking around looking for stuff every day, because it's not that either. But it's more so of a thing like if something like this was about a friend of mine, is maybe five white friends that I have, that I will really be shocked that was said about them. And I shouldn't say white friends, but people I know, that I'll be really shocked that was said about them. And for the rest of the people, it's like, no, it wouldn't be shocking because why, duh. Now, whether it's from when they was a kid or not, my point being is that it was in there, it was done, and it was said at some point to where they thought that was funny. But anyways, and I am a comedian, so if the joke was funny, hey, it was funny. But most of the time, 9.5 times out of 10, when there's some old tweets or some old stuff or whatever that come back from people, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. Like one of Rory's was a rap lyric, and I'm with him on that one. Even he put N-word. Now he didn't have to put N-word because you can't say it, and you weren't gonna say it anyway, and people know it's a rap lyric. It's implied. So you could have just put underscores, and people would have finished it without you saying it, and that would have been funnier. Because it's like, the word, and it's like when you rapping it for real in a concert, most white people, when they, rapping a song or whatever, at least when they around their black friends, they blank out the word. So if you would have just left underscores there with the rap lyric, it would have been fine. So they was trying to come at him for the N-word part because he just wrote out N-word, not the actual N-I-G-G, but N-W-R-D. And that's nothing. I don't think that's that bad. Like, yeah, they trying to come at him now for anything. But yeah, he just handled it wrong, and it was a bad way to handle it. But, this too shall pass, I'm sure. This ain't, I don't know how much it's going to hurt him in the space, but salute to him. I'm sure he'll be fine. Now, Maul is not the type of friend you need in a situation like this. Like, Maul is over there telling him to be like, nah, fuck them. And it's like, bro, this ain't the time. This not just no Kendrick and Drake opinion. This ain't just no rap lyric opinion. This is like real damage control PR stuff. And I don't need you in my ear while I'm trying to get my, apology off, and I'm trying to give my side off, or at least let people know that I also recognize that I was wrong in the way that I handled it. I don't need my friend in my ear yelling at me, talking about, nah, them, they don't need no explanation, all that block. Like, you shut up and let me do this, bro. Like, come on, I don't know, man, but Maul been a whatever you want to call him, he been that. So, anyways, man, that's my take on Rory and them. And hey, Rory, man, come on back, bro. Come on back to the JBP, man. just go ahead, man. Just you see it, you hear it, you over there with him, you talking to the guy. Anyway, salute, man. I'll let y'all on next.